What's going on, guys? Dylan Conrad, Coach Con Diesel. Today, I am going to talk to you guys about The Rock, Dwayne Johnson's steroid cycle. Before I do, follow me on Instagram at Coach_Con Diesel. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment. All helps the algorithm. I greatly appreciate that. So, I'm gonna hop in. I posted a couple weeks ago about Zac Efron's steroid cycle, and he had this crazy before and after that happened with his face. So The Rock, he posted a couple weeks ago, he's been preparing for the role of Black Adam, which I am super excited about. I plan on dragging my wife to this movie, reluctantly of course, and I've been a huge Rock fan forever. Now, I don't want to take away from The Rock because he trains super hard, harder than 99.9999% of us out there, okay? I've looked at his workouts, I've seen the weight that he does. He trains his freaking ass off. I know his diet is crazy and he's super disciplined with it. The reason I want to make this video is because there needs to be some accountability in the industry, and people like The Rock and Chris Hemsworth, Kumail Nanjiani, people need to know that they are not natural, right? Because they think that they can get there and then they can't. But I do think on the flip side that them not saying they take anything is making these people work harder, get healthier, eat better, train harder, which I do think is important. I want to not expose them, but I do want to create some accountability in the industry so people know that, hey, you know, these guys aren't completely natural. But you look at guys like Kumail Nanjiani, you look at other people and you see how fast they transform. I think that's my real problem with it, is people are transforming really, really fast and like, oh, I just eat chicken, rice, and broccoli, which by now I hope you guys know that that is code word for I take steroids. I want to get into what I believe to be The Rock's steroid cycle. So he said, you know, I train super hard. Sometimes I have to train in the afternoon or 10 p.m. or even at midnight. I wake up at 4 a.m. I do fasted cardio. He has a huge team of doctors and nutritionists and top trainers in the field. So that's what he's saying, why he is getting the biggest he's ever been. He is 48 years old, okay? He is getting bigger than he was at 48 years old than he was at 28 when he was doing professional wrestling. He was doing professional wrestling, and you bet your bottom dollar he was juiced to the gills at that point too. There is no way naturally that he is gonna get bigger at 48 than he was at 28. So yes, he is juicing. Now, the thing I'm most scared about is the amount of, you know, whatever is testosterone, or whether he's taking Trenbolone, which I think he's probably taking Trenbolone because he's doing a huge blast right now. I think that he is doing a humongous cycle right now, bigger than he's ever been. And what I'm scared most about is that you inject that much exogenous testosterone into your body. It's not good on your organs. It's not good for your body to have to be that big, that muscular, especially at that late in life. There used to be a saying in the field, Dianabol, die big, die young, Dianabol. And actually Dianabol was supposedly reported to be Arnold Schwarzenegger's favorite steroid of choice back in like the 80s and 90s. The Rock, he's 48. When he was 28, he's getting bigger than he was, and obviously he was on steroids at 28 and not even bigger than he was, so he's obviously has to take way more than he was at that point. I do believe that The Rock is a smart guy, and he has been creating these steroid cycles very methodically throughout his career. The male is supposed to be between 250 to 1,000 nanograms per deciliter of testosterone. And he is doing these blast phases, these phases where he's getting way above 1,000 nanograms per deciliter. He's getting way above those, and I think 2 to 3 times that amount, right? And that's called a supraphysiological. I want you guys to understand how they do this. And if you get on steroids, producing testosterone from the testes, once you get off, it is really hard for your testes to start producing testosterone. It is possible, but a lot of these guys, after they do their cycles, their level where they're getting a lot of steroids into their body, they are doing what's called a cruise, right? They are doing a little bit of testosterone, not too much. It's basically like TRT or HRT, that's what they do. They just keep you in the upper level, but they're not at super physiological levels, meaning that they're not above that 1,000 nanograms per deciliter level. So The Rock right now, you know, he's taking a bunch, and I guess he probably has like 4 or 6 months to do this. You know, you saw back in the 80s a ton, you know, these bodybuilders doing so many steroids and like late into their lives, and they would die really, really young. And I'm not scared The Rock's gonna die really young. I do think that he's doing this under the best medical supervision, and he has putting a ton of stuff in his body to counteract the negative effects that steroids have. But I do think this can't do anything good for his life expectancy and for overall health. So I think it's time after this, after seeing The Rock get as huge as he is right now, and I'll post a picture up here, but seeing how big he's getting right now, it just makes me scared about how much he's putting into his body right now, and the massive strain it's putting on his heart and his organs and every part of his body. And I think that after this blast, right, this last humongous cycle of steroids, that he should just chill, please, because if he doesn't and he keeps like trying to get bigger and bigger and bigger than last time in all these movies, he's gonna die young. Not young, but I mean 60s, which is 10 years, 12 years left. I'd be really surprised if he kept doing it and lasted past his 6 years old. There is a whole new group of younger superhero type humongous guys, and I'm just saying, The Rock, chill, just cruise, just do some HRT, do some TRT, just like don't go nuts. Let these younger guys go nuts for a little bit and get massively big for their roles, and like just be an amazing actor. Like you were big in Ballers, like I love that physique and it was awesome, but like getting superhero huge, leave it to the younger guys. I love you and I want to keep watching all your movies, and I want to keep dragging my wife to like every single movie you do, and like Baywatch 2040 in 20 years, like I'm going to drag her to that, I promise you. But just like stop blasting and like doing these heavy cycles of steroids, because I want to see you live for a very long time, because I love your movies and you're an amazing actor. You just don't need to get superhero big anymore, okay? I'm just like pleading with you, like please, okay? Anyways, guys watching this, love you. Like, subscribe to the channel if you're watching this on YouTube. Follow me on social media. Enjoy the rest of your day.